What's up? Good evening, good morning, neighbors, friends, family, besties. What's up? How y'all doing? How was your week? Did you have a good day? It's Friday night for me, end of the week, but Monday morning for y'all. So I hope you started your day off with some affirmations, with prayer, putting God first, and with thankfulness. I hope you started your day well. Now, y'all, this ain't gonna be too much of a message. This episode gonna be me confessing. This is why I'm chilling. I got my feet up. I had to sit next to my baby because he's my emotional support, because this episode is gonna be tough. I'm gonna be telling on myself the whole time. And I planned a whole nother message, a whole nother topic, but God was like, nah, I need you to confess. And then I was like, God, I don't really want to do that. I'm always getting naked on here, but he reminded me of why I started the Healing Exchange, to exchange healing through conversation and confession. So the Bible said, confess your faults to one another, that you may be, I don't know it verbatim, but it says confess your faults to one another, not just to God. That means you need people. So logistics, y'all, we almost wrapping up season 2. Season 2 is almost over. Maybe a couple of more episodes. Man, I never would have thought I would have made it this far to season 2. Because when I tell you I'm not a talker, I promise y'all, the people that know me, I do not talk much. I don't like to talk much. I don't like to be in the front. I don't like to be the center of attention. I only like attention from the people close to me in the background in my life. But as far as attention, platform and all of that, I am a background servant. A background servant. So, follow me, healing_exchange, on Instagram. And from there in the bio, you can follow me personally as well if you'd like. Also, follow me on Facebook, Jacquilla McFarley, which is me, and TikTok. TikTok is at Jacquilla MC. Y'all, I need y'all to like, follow, share, whatever. The Healing Exchange. Get more people to follow. We need to get our following up. I'm not as consistent as I should be with building those followers. I'm lazy. But if y'all can help me with that, that would be greatly appreciated. And also, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Healing Exchange. Share the video. Copy the link. Send it to somebody that you think it will help. Help me out. Help me evangelize. Please, I need your help. I promise you I do. So, y'all, again, this is going to be me pretty much confessing. Unplanned. I didn't plan this. I had a whole nother topic. But the last thing I ever want to be is a hypocrite. I don't like when you got these influencers or preachers or leaders. They preach, they don't live what they preach. And I've gone through that with the preachers in my family. Not bashing them or anything, but I always want to live what I preach. So I never talk about anything that I'm not living. And if there's a topic that needs to be discussed and I don't know anything about it, or I need to be taught about it, I bring somebody else on. I never want to teach and live something different. So my platform is completely vulnerability, truth, confession, and that's what I'm finna do right now. So y'all, I had therapy yesterday, and it was by far the toughest session I've ever had, and like in a therapy session. And I want to bring y'all into my therapy session and what happened to me and what I'm working on. So what I want to talk about is operating from wounds. Operating from your wounds. Operation can be living day to day, your response to people, response to yourself, lack of grace, lack of forgiveness, how you move, your actions, how you love. Operating, all of that, how you do life, it's coming from not a pure place, it's coming from a hurt place. So, and I gotta get this out before 11:59 tonight because I got homework. And those of you that's in college right now, you know how that is. Well, you got to submit that work at 11:59. But I shouldn't have waited till the last minute to do my homework. And here I am. But anyway, tangent. So I went to therapy. I'm chilling. I do virtual and in person. This time I did virtual. So I'm in my living room. We talking virtual. So what I've been working on is, I told y'all, with like deep breathing and getting my body and my brain out of fight, flight, or freeze mode all the time, working on calming my nervous system, training my brain, muscle memory, how to turn off my danger and my danger sensor in my amygdala, knowing when it's real danger and when it's not real danger, knowing, just calming my anxiety and calming my nervous system, and knowing the difference between a dangerous moment and like a regular moment. So I've been working on that. I do my breathing. I have reminders in my phone. It'll say, hey, take 10 minutes, 5 minutes and do your breathing. I breathe. And at the end of the night, like before I go to the gym or just every evening, do my tension muscle exercises, focusing on what my body feels like when it's tense and when it's relaxed, stuff like that. So I do that every day, and it's really been helping me just be centered and listening to my body and knowing when to like just calm down and like chill out. I have a problem with chilling out, like in my body. So I'm going to I was like, hey, Miss So-and-so, I've been doing my breathing, and my fight, flight, or freeze has been, I have it on lock. And she's like, just continue to practice it to where you get used to it. It takes 30 days to create a new habit. And you have to unlearn, and I have to undo 20 plus years of trauma. So she said, keep doing it. So today, she's like, I tell her about my week and everything, that the struggles and good stuff and all of that. And she goes on to say, she's like, do you think you're very mindful? Like, do you practice mindfulness? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm very observant. Pretty much. I observe things. But she was like, well, are you mindful when it comes to yourself? So I'm like, am I mindful? Am I observant of myself and my surroundings? So that was a tough question for me because I didn't know. I didn't know if I was very observant. So she was telling me about mindfulness, and she blew my mind when she brought up, basically, and I wrote some notes here too. She told me that I was telling her about some situations and the relationships in my life, because that's what I'm working on, relationships. I'm not really good at relationships and connecting and putting words to my feelings. I'm working on it. So she told me that I make my feelings facts. Like I operate too much out of my feelings. And I'm like, how so? Because I was telling her about an instance with a friend. Like I was telling her, look, I don't like being ignored. And the root of that, because being ignored is not a feeling, but the root of that is rejection. I don't like to feel ignored. It makes me feel rejected. So I was telling her, like, I don't like when people close to me don't text me back. And like, I feel like if they wait 2 or 3 hours to text me back, I feel like they're ignoring me. So she goes on to say, okay, do you know if they're ignoring you, or is that just what you feel? So in my mind, I'm like, no, once I feel like you ignoring me, that's just what it is. And then the woman goes to say, your feelings are not facts. And I heard that before, but when it comes to deep, she was telling me that I have to learn how to get out of the judgment seat. I've been in the judgment seat, judging the people in my life, judging them out of my pain, from my wounds. I've been judging them, pointing the finger. You ignored me. That's a wound I have. pointing the finger and judging them for not doing something that coddled my feelings. So when she said that, I'm getting uncomfortable. I'm getting offensive. I'm in my feelings again. again. So she said something, and I can't take no credit for none of these notes. She said, "You find comfort in chaos." And I said, why do you say that? Because she said, because when I feel like stuff is too quiet, I feel like I got to mess something up. I'm confessing. When something is too quiet, I'm going to cause some sort of turmoil. And she said, I find comfort in chaos because chaos is what I'm used to. And I hope this helps somebody. Chaos is what I'm used to. So when it's quiet, I'm not used to peace and quiet when it comes to like, not like necessarily sound, but just a atmosphere, peaceful, quiet atmosphere to where it's just totally healthy and ain't nothing wrong. The other person that's healthy, they not doing nothing. They showing up for me. I get very uncomfortable. I get nervous. So I wanted to go back to feelings because I'm like, aren't some of our feelings facts? And the truth is, it's not. Our feelings are valid, but not all of our feelings are fact. Most of our feelings are not facts. Feelings are based on your fears and insecurities. Feelings are not evidence. So she got this thing where she has me, it's called observe, describe, participate. So what you have to do is really 4 categories that I'm working on. I have to decipher what are my thoughts, what is fact, what is opinion, and what are my feelings. So, for example, I'm talking about me again. Y'all get mad if I talk about you. So, I'm just playing. So, example, I text somebody close to me. Okay, they ain't texting me back in 3 hours. I feel ignored. That's my feeling. I'm having negative thoughts. They don't love me or they ignore me. Thoughts. I feel rejected because I'm being ignored. I'm having negative thoughts. In my opinion, I feel like they are ignoring me on purpose. This is my opinion. But the fact is, I don't know. I can't say that they are ignoring me because I don't have evidence of that. That's just my feelings. So how many times do we act out on our feelings and respond from our feelings without having evidence of what the actual fact is? So say I'm in my feelings and the person finally texts back. I'm mad. You ain't texting me back. You ignoring me. I'm all from my feelings. And they're over there like, and I ain't asked them if they had a bad day. I don't know if they got in a car accident. I don't know what's going on. All I know is my feelings. You know I don't like being ignored. Why would you ignore me? I know what you're doing. I know your everyday schedule. I'm being selfish. I'm in my homework. I'm doing my homework right now. When that is over, all right, I have to clean my apartment. Let me be present with cleaning. What am I feeling? What am I smelling? What am I touching? What am I, even down to my feet being on my rug? What does that feel like? You know, what am I seeing? My walls are white. My computer's over there. My phone's in front of me. This mic is right here. My color of my canteen is blue. Turquoise is sky blue type of thing. My leg is up. I feel relaxed. Be present. Do what is important now. And not so much. And I'm not telling you not to have some sort of a schedule. Okay, you do. I plan my whole week, really the whole month. I have y'all should, in my room I have Monday through Sunday, all lined up by time. 7 p.m., 7 a.m., 8 p.m., 9 to 6. I have it line by line, precept by precept. That's how I'm a control freak. That's another problem. I have to control my environment. And sometimes, even after this therapy session, I realized that, because when you tell somebody something and you don't get the response that you want, and then you get mad because they didn't give you the response that you want, that's you trying to control the other person without it being evident. And then you get mad because you can't control them and what they said. Like, how dare you say that? You can't. That's control. I have my apartment laid out in a certain way, how I want it. And when I come home, I have great joy because I live by myself and everything is how I left it. Control. Control. So I'm learning how to give up control. I'm learning how to calm down my nervous system. I'm learning how to be mindful. Remember how to separate thought, opinion, fact, and your feelings. And they all can run into each other. But the feelings and the facts are the main two. So if I'm talking to somebody, and especially when it comes to like a trigger, when you are triggered in that moment, you really got to separate feeling from fact. And say your feelings, confess it. If it's just you by yourself, okay, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm feeling. But each feeling that comes up, combat it with fact. This is what I'm feeling. But is this what's happening? Do I have evidence of what I'm assuming? If you don't have evidence of what you're assuming, then you have to manage that feeling. Okay, I'm feeling ignored. I'm feeling rejected. But do I have evidence that they're actually ignoring me? All I know is I text and they didn't text back in 3 hours. It stops right there. That's facts. That's what I know. That's it. I can prove that. It's 2 p.m. now. I text them at 11 a.m. It's been 3 hours. Those are facts. Can't change time. You can see the text message and you can see that they didn't respond. But you can't and you can validate your feelings. Please understand me, y'all. I'm not saying that your feelings are not valid. I'm saying your feelings are not always fact. They're not always the truth. And that it's only fair, even if you feel that the person is lying, if they say they wasn't ignoring you. You don't have evidence that they're lying. You're still in the feeling zone. You can only go by what they said. That's hard, ain't it? That's hard. My God, that's hard. Oh, my Lord, it's hard. And I was crying like, man, how many people have been collateral damage to my wounds, to my trauma, to my hurt, because I was operating and all of that. Operating in my feelings, operating in my wound, operating from my wounds, operating from my feelings, operating from my trauma. And I was humbled. You know how you think you somewhere that you really not. Like I was like, dang, I thought I'd come further than this. But I was humbled real quick. Like, no, baby girl, you still got some work to do in that area. And then I started to feel like, man, it's always something that I have to work on. It's always something. Like, and no offense to anyone that hasn't gone through a lot of trauma, but I identify with people that's gone through a lot of trauma that feel like they're hard to love, like we talked about a few weeks ago. Feel like it's always something that comes up that they got to work on, or it's always something that they're triggered by. Like that, it can be so discouraging. But what my friends remind me of, what God reminds me of, is that don't be discouraged because the hope and the light and the good part surrounding this whole thing, although it's not feeling good, it's that you actually are aware and you actually are trying to do the work. There are people out here that are cool and comfortable with operating from their wounds. They're cool with chaos. They cool with hurting people and being the victim. They're comfortable there. They're not trying to do no work. They're cool. They cool. They ain't feeling bad and you sometimes it feels like, man, I should just chill out, because doing this work is hurting me. It's humbling me. But this is growing pains. This is good hurt. It hurts so good though, because you're growing. You're becoming aware. You're expanding your brain with knowledge. You're seeing yourself. This is me right now. This is where I'm at. You know how much strength that takes? Boldness, courage. So don't be discouraged to those people that feel that way. Don't be discouraged. And that's really all I have for y'all. But I'm still wallowing in it. You know, I still, like, today. Whew, y'all, today, not gonna lie, was stressful. Today I was living all in my feelings. And I didn't bring it to other people or anything like that. It was just me. But I was all in my feelings. And then working, it was busy. Calls were back to back. I had to, again, be mindful. All of this stress and frustration I was going through, I had to be mindful. All right, this person on the phone that you talk to at work has nothing to do with what you're feeling right now. So I need you to get out your feelings and do this work and get the job done. Have a moment when the call is over. But when you get that next call or email, I need you to get out your feelings, because this person needs your help. So I had to decipher feelings from facts all day. And it was great practice, actually. But it was a frustrating practice, because I was like, okay, God put me to test quickly the next day, because you are subject to what you know. Once you know better, you do better. Now, the blood is on your own hands, because you can't say you didn't know. So now you have the knowledge of this. Now we are in knowledge of this. Now we have to practice it. You are required to practice it. And it's not for me. It's not for anyone in your life. It's for you first. And once you do it for you, the people in your life benefit from it. And don't you want to love them better? Don't they deserve the best version of you? They deserve the world. I mean, everybody in your life, the world deserves the best version of you. And the best version of you may look different in this season and versus your next season or your old season. The best version of me right now is where I'm at. I'm practicing this. This is me showing up as the best version of myself. Practicing. Still making mistakes. Still not all the way there yet. But this is me showing up as my best version right now. So do not compare your version, your best self, with someone else's best self. That is so unfair to yourself, to compare your life with someone else's life that you see on social media. Social media is big. Social media is the biggest area of comparison. But y'all don't understand. People be lying on there. Or they only show good things. They don't tell you to work. Like, you see marriages and be like marriage goals. Those people only post the good days and the good times on the trips. They don't post about arguments and going to therapy and counseling and them almost getting a divorce and somebody cheating and how they forgave and all. Nobody posts. Not nobody. Most people don't post everything. I try to be as transparent as possible on here or on my platforms, on my social medias. I try to be as transparent as possible. And it has nothing to do with people being in your business, because either way they're going to be in your business. They're in your business when you only posting something good. Why sell a dream and not tell them the work that's behind this dream that they're seeing? That's the disconnect that we're not seeing. So don't compare yourself with anyone else, because me and you, we weren't dealt the same hand in life. You can't expect my results if you didn't go through what I've been through, or you're not doing the work that I'm doing. Same as vice versa. I can expect your results because I'm not doing the work that you're doing, and I wasn't dealt the same hand you were dealt in life, and we don't have the same type of trauma. Everybody was dealt a different hand in life, and it may be similar traumatic events, but everything we go through, it hits and damages and affects each person differently in our brains. So one person, you may have a person that may have got bullied in school when they were in the middle school, and then you got this girl was raped by a family member when she was in middle school. Those effects may be the same according to their brain. That person that got bullied may have the same damage that the girl that got raped has in her brain, although it's different. It's not the same type of incident. This incident is worse than this incident, but they both are damaged in the same way in their brains. So that's why you can't compare and say, oh, I've been through way more than they've been through, but you don't know how that one event damaged that person. That one event may have affected them the same as the 50 events that affected you. It still can be the same effect in people's brain. People have different emotions. People were raised different. People were reared different. People don't go through things the same way. People have different capacities, different levels and emotions in their head. We're not all the same. So please do not compare yourself with nobody else, especially on these apps. All right? So that's what I got for y'all today. I don't know how long or how short that was, but I challenge you. Separate feelings from fact. Be mindful. I'm inviting you on my journey. Be mindful. Apologize to some people. Don't be too prideful to apologize and let them know, hey, I wasn't aware of this. I hurt you. I wasn't aware. I'm sorry. Show up for them. Admit, acknowledge. An acknowledgement and a sincere apology with change. Now, don't apologize if you're not going to change and do the same thing tomorrow. You can save that apology. Apology with change behavior. And acknowledge. Acknowledgement and change behavior with an apology, that goes a long way with people. It goes a long way. And give people time. They might have to process what you just said. They may not be ready to take the next steps with you. Let me tell y'all another story. Lord, I'm just telling on myself. I was so ready to jump out and conquer. Because for me, I conquer doing my work. I want to get this work done because I want to be healed. I want to be whole. So sometimes I rush into it and try to get it real fast and say, all right, I got it. And it's been like one day. But no, it takes time and practice. So after therapy was over, I called somebody close to me that had just recently got close to me and was like, I'm so sorry for this, and that. And I'm like, I don't want you to walk on eggshells with me anymore. You do not have to walk on eggshells with me. And she says, I don't think we're ready for that yet. And I immediately got offended. I said, what do you mean? I'm telling you that you could be free from walking on eggshells. Why would you not want to take this route and go the next steps? And she's like, I don't think you're ready for that yet. And I'm fresh out of therapy now. And I was so irritated because first, again, like I said before, I didn't get the response that I thought I was going to get, control. And I was like, how dare you say that when I'm coming to you and saying, hey, I'm committed to doing this work, so stop walking on eggshells. Why would you say, because what I heard, what my wounds and my trauma was telling me when she said, you're not ready yet, she was saying, according to my trauma, you're not good enough. You ain't gonna never change. That's what my trauma was telling me right in that moment, right after therapy. But that's not fact. That's not what she was saying. That's what my feelings were telling me. What she was actually saying was, you're not ready yet. That's it. You're not ready yet, and I don't want to hurt you with what I say or anything like that. Let's go slow and walk from here. But she was basically saying, I need to see your work first. I don't need you to just say it. And I don't want to hurt you unintentionally because I know you're not ready for this yet. Now, after I got off the phone, I had a whole temper tantrum. I was crying. I was mad at this person. I called another friend, like, what does she mean? Like, I have to call people because when my needle was going straight for irrationality. I was finna be so irrational in my feelings again. And my friend had to tell me, you are proving it right now that you're not ready. Look at what you're doing. And I was like, dang, you're right. I'm not ready yet. I'm moving too fast. And God bless those people in your life that are on this journey with you, that are patient with you, and they know when you're not ready, when you are ready, and they hear from Holy Spirit. You need friends and people around you that hear from God, that pray for you, and you do it for them, and you hear God for them. You don't just need, you need friends that pray for you. This person is very close with God, and she knew. Although my feelings were telling me, okay, I'm ready to do it. My pride and my ego was telling me, all right, I'm ready. But where I actually am, the truth was, I'm not ready. So when you go to those people and apologize, be ready for their response. Don't go in there expecting no response. Don't get mad for whatever response they give. Let them answer. Come up with a compromise. Talk it out. If they're not ready, that's where they're at. All right, y'all. So I don't know if next week will be the season finale or 2 more episodes. Depends on what God say. But I would love to hear from y'all as we wrap up this season. This is not the last episode, but a couple of more episodes. It'll be the last one. I want to hear from y'all. I want to know what topics you want to hear about. I want to know how which topic was your favorite, which topic hit home for you that we talked about. It could be from season 1 all the way up to this season. Let me know. DM me. Instagram. You can do the Healing Exchange. Healing_exchange. You can DM me on Facebook. You can DM me on TikTok. But I'd rather you not because I don't check TikTok as much. But Instagram, I got you. Facebook, I got you. Email, I got you. I needed to find out what the email is for the podcast. Let me see if I got it on my phone. I should have it. I know some people like email a lot better. So I can give y'all that email right quick. Yes. So the email address is thehealingexchange, 2 @gmail.com. Again, that's thehealingexchange, 2 @gmail.com. And I put it on the screen. You can email me, give me your thoughts, good or bad. I take every criticism, suggestion, opinions. What would you like to see on the show? What can I do better? All of that. I want to hear from y'all. I really want to hear from y'all. So I love y'all. What time is it? All right. I got a couple of hours before I got to put in this homework assignment before 11:59 and get stuff arranged and get prepared for my weekend. Again, happy Monday to everybody. Have a good week. Have a good day. Pray, say your affirmations, be positive, be mindful, be present for you and for the people around you. All right? Love you.